guys, what's going on? Been a little bit dormant for a little bit, been getting a bunch of shit taken care of with the Mustang. So this video is just going to be a quick update on the Mustang and the F150. Give you a run through of some things that have happened lately. And I'll show you some new toys that we got. So first thing we're going over today, with my F150, for some reason it did not come with the Box Link accessories. I think they wanted like 180 bucks from Ford to give the Box Link brackets. I don't know why, with all the shit that they tacked on with my truck, why those did not come with it, but I finally decided to get some of the Box Link accessories for my truck. So you'll see here, first thing I got here is FL3Z-9928408-AB. These are actually going to be the brackets that go into the bed, and I'll show you those in a couple minutes, or I'll show you where it goes in a couple minutes. So we got our hardware here. Let's just turn on the light. Alright, so we just got the hardware for the brackets, and basically these are just steel plates. Set up my tripod. So essentially these are plates that just bolt into the bed of the truck. So, got 4 plates, and these are going to bolt into the holes of the bed liner, and then your whatever brackets you choose would snap into these. I got the standard Box Link brackets, or the cleats that I got for mine, and those are going to be coming later this week. So we'll get a video on those. They're a real simple setup. You'll see here, basically these are 2015 up, and real simple. They just go on with some Torx screws, and shows where they go into. So I'll show you those in a minute here. We'll open up the garage door. Alright, so you guys have already seen the wheels. I'm dealing with little issues with those. The seller wasn't very honest, and we had a little bit of back and forth squabble, so I basically told him to go fuck himself because he was a dick, and I'm dealing with it on my own. So you'll see I got some tape on the rear quarters. I just want to make sure I wasn't rubbing, which I am not, but there's some slices on the tires from the previous owner. Again, he was not very forthcoming or honest on the condition of this shit, so I'm going to have some more money in tires here soon. What you are going to see, though, is I finally got the top done. It was not an easy or stress-free experience. I paid somebody to do it. The price was right. They told me they had experience. Turns out they really didn't, and shit kind of went downhill. But you see the top is on. Top looks good. Just has some tweaks that's got to be done. We're going to have to adjust that back window because I'm actually getting a gap in there. So we're going to come back to that then. And I'm going to probably keep the top up for at least another month or so before I mess with that. But the top is done. I don't have the seals in yet. You're going to see the carbon-driven cowl piece. Again, that wasn't exactly perfect either, but, you know, this is what happens when you're dealing with other people's labor. Got the headlights in, got the headlights on, and drove around with them. They look great. Just got to get those adjusted. The interior is apart right now. Looks like a train wreck. That's pretty much it for the Mustang for now. I did get new taillights on. I got to get the oil change this week probably, and then we'll take her out and start having some fun with it. Otherwise, though, bed's locked. So you can see in those 4 corners is where those Box Link brackets are going to go. You see I have the twin turbo stickers for the back windows. I don't know if you guys have heard me bitching before about the gas mileage with the F-150. I got about 4,000 miles on it now. I've been seeing, here's another debatable thing here. Ford's mile per gallon meter blatantly lies to you. It is 2 to 2.5 miles per gallon off consistently. So I've been seeing like 16 to 18 miles per gallon in that thing on the meter, which has really been like 14 to 16. Talked to the dealer. Nobody knows anything. It's a complete waste of time. Ford doesn't want to address the issue. So I got an idea in my head the other day to try ethanol-free gas. So I found a gas station where it's significantly more expensive. But I went and got some ethanol-free gas, and it seems to make a pretty good difference. I've been averaging on the highway yesterday, cruising about 80. I averaged like 23 and a half miles per gallon, which realistically, if we don't go by that gauge, it's probably going to be about 21 and a half, something like that. And regular driving has been about 20, 21, so realistically it's probably going to be about 18. So that does seem to make a difference. I'm going to run that for a little bit, see how it does until our summer gas comes through. Hopefully that has a little bit less ethanol content, and we'll see how that does. But so far it did make a difference, going from 14 to 16 miles per gallon up to like 18 to 20, so that's nice. That's what I wanted. I know you guys are going to bust my balls and say you bought a truck, treat it as a truck. Well, guess what? I could have gotten a lot nicer trucks for cheaper that, you know, if I wanted to deal with the gas mileage. But I specifically bought the 2.7 Eco because I wanted to have that little bit of gas mileage. So we're going to go ahead and shut this off for now. I'm going to get those plates unbuttoned and see if we can get them in the truck, and we'll come back in a few. We are back. I got two of the brackets in. See one there, see how they fit in there, a little bit nicer than just seeing open spots. It would look a lot better if I did not have the drop-in bed liner and I got the spray-in bed liner. One thing I will tell you guys, try to do this with a T30 on a 1/4 inch socket with a 2-inch extension. It worked, but it was a pain in the ass. Decided to do a T30 on the drill. Does work a lot better. So we'll go to POV view to do the last two. Back, we're going to go to POV view for the last two, and hopefully I don't drop anything. Ugh. These bed liners really suck for kneeling in. Alright. So as you see, we're going to do the more open spot down. And this one might be a little bit harder to tuck these into. Those two bolts in the back are hidden a little bit more, so we might have to notch this out. And yeah, those are going to be a little tight. So that one I might be able to get in there in the corner. Alright, I may need to notch out the bed liner just a little bit. So we will come back. Now if you guys can see the last two screw holes there. This is covering up, so we're going to do a little notch there and a little notch there with the Dremel probably. We'll be back. Alright, so we are going to attempt to notch this out just a little bit. It's a little hot. We'll see if we can get that screw in there. Now, with that little notch there. Alright, so that's Ford's forward thinking there. Let's make a bed liner. We can't do the parts aftermarket. Way to go, Ford. So yes, could I have taken out those bed liners? Sure. Does it make sense? No. And this is where I wish I would have had the spray in bed liner. Let's loosen that torque up a little bit. There we go. Now, not too ugly with the notch there. Let's see how this other one is. Alright, so those will need to be notched as well. Man, these really suck on your knees. Alright, let's see how much material we gotta take off of this one. This one looks like it needs to be notched back a little bit further. Fuck, that gets hot. Alright. Let's see if that one fits. Alright, and we'll notch out the last one. Alright, we should have enough clearance to get that last one in there. Man, they cut those things a little too tight. Alright, we got those nice and tight in there. Some of the extra rubber. Alright, and that is complete. Not as pretty as I anticipated, but I may cut that down a little bit with a wheel just to open that up a little bit, but whatever, it's a work truck. We'll see how it goes. So we are done for now. I just called the guy that did the top a little bit ago to tell him when I was showing you guys the top, I happened to notice that the back was sunk in. We were gonna have to readjust this anyway because this was bunching up over there and it was bunching up over here as well. So we're gonna have to go back at it. The well liner is not connected at all. The headliner in the back, if you can see the headliner, was sagging down as well. So there's still a few things that need to be buttoned up with this. So I'm going to go back there on Saturday. I'm going to sit down there with the car. I'm going to help them out and see when we get this figured out. So we are done for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not a ton of content, but enough to keep you going through the winter. Next thing we got going is a oil change. So we got some AMS oil, Z-Rod 10W30. We got a Wix XP filter, 51515 XP filter. I'm gonna get the oil changed up next. I got my 3.12 inch Vortec pulley. We're gonna bump the boost a little bit, hurt some feelings. So we got some more shit to take off of the list. Blah 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 blah. Oh, I already got the top done. All right. So flip remove the quads. I don't think we're gonna need to do that. Change pulley, we're gonna do that soon. Change oil, we're gonna do soon. Ball joints are probably gonna hold off this year. Mine are still good. Moving the meth lights and vent pods, that shit. Well, I don't think I'm gonna do that anytime soon. I kind of don't want to fuck with it anymore this year. I just want to get it driving and get it done. We are gonna get the windows tinted soon. And if you guys remember before, I said I was going to do the Y2K scoops. I was going to get those carbon wraps. So we're going to be doing that in the next couple weeks as well. Once I get the top figured out and buttoned up, that's going to be what the plan is. But I don't want to really fuck with too much stuff until the top is complete the way it needs to be with the seals in. I can put it up and down and good to go. So we're done for now. We'll catch you guys on the next one. And remember to like and subscribe. Alright guys, I just wanted to follow up on a video to show you the Boxlink accessories done. As I mentioned before, I just got the regular cleats. So you can see that they're locking cleats in all four corners. The point to this was to give myself some high attachment points. You can see in the back the attachment points are real low, and all the way in the front of the bed they're about mid-stage. So I think having some attachment points up high would be pretty useful. These were a little bit of a bitch to get in. Again, forward thinking is to the way they design these things slide in very tight to the brackets. I actually had to loosen the brackets up and swivel the mounts into the bed. So that was kind of a bitch to do, but they are done. I have them locked in place. If you are getting these, plan on these being a pretty permanent thing. You will not want to be removing these and putting them back in whenever you think you're going to use them. So while they're not permanent, they're going to be semi-permanent because you're not going to want to undo those every time you want to take those out and switch brackets, or switch cleats. So yeah, that's it. We'll try them out real soon. Once I get something to haul, probably in the next couple weeks, we'll see and make sure they hold in place.